Hello and welcome to Boarding Party's Pokemon DnD campaign. Featuring Bentley Woods, CJ, Phoebe Wilheim, Milo Reuter, and D. Blackwater. I'm Drew, the Game Master for the Lyris region. As they process the trauma of the last few days, the boys pack up their gear and prepare for the long journey back home. Hello there. Welcome back to session 81 with the formerly Man Bun Boys. When we left you last time, you had done battle with the Steelix, you found and subsequently immediately lost Cordelia.
Rip.
You got a lot of good information. You got some intel. Mostly for CJ about his past and how just jacked it is. It's rough. And then CJ, in the wake of that, you walked outside, had a bout of regular vom.
Completely normal vom.
Nothing weird going on. It was
all.
only slightly purple.
Nothing weird.
You guys have your many gifts from Arthur and a little extra from Jax. What would you like to do? The day is yours.
Got to deliver the frankincense and myrrh.
Yeah. Well, Bentley is, after distracting the adults so that CJ could do his ghost thing, is gonna get Evinrude's ball out of the PC equivalent, like healing him, because he got pretty banged up by Steelix.
He did get pretty gummed up.
But then I'll just probably organize my pack, put all of my new goodies in there, and like put the gifts for Milo and Phoebe and the special gift for Milo maybe in a special compartment of my backpack, and kind of just get all of my ducks in a row. So Jax and everyone, I think we're gonna need to be heading out. Our friends are way east of here, and we still have a lot of questions we need to answer and try and figure out what's happening with all this cold, and yeah, it's not good, generally speaking. So thank you for all of your help and the gifts, and if you need anything, just send a message to D. He's got a better Pori phone than I have. I could maybe leave you this number if I know what it is. And
yeah, it's 3.
just dial 3.
Is this 3? No, this is 5.
You dialed 5, bro. Damn it. It's not even that close. Yeah, I'm gonna get all my pack stuff together and then go try and find where CJ's at.
Okay. As you're on your way out the door, Jax puts his big meaty mitt on your shoulder. Goes, I almost forgot. I don't know who this D guy is, but next time you see him, you give him this. And it's a small, wrapped bundle of cloth. And he just hands it to you.
Okay. Thank you, Jax. And I'll put that in my pack.
Good luck out there, guys. Be safe.
Thanks. I'm also going to take my water stone, and I'll wrap it up in my Pendleton bandana, and then I'll send out Rose and I'll tie the bandana around her neck so that she has the water stone as like a pseudo necklace. Maybe see if that gives her any special water powers or something.
Girl, she got that fresh drip.
Yep. Cute.
Ooh. Yeah, she
Don't
has
know
a little...
what the bandana looks like, but we can cross that bridge when art is made.
It's grown into an ascot.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. It's
actually just a tuxedo.
So
what?
It's an ascot, but in the middle is the water stone, but it's like covered over.
I love it.
I'm imagining like picnic tablecloth, red and white checkers.
That's canon. It's done.
Hideous. Hideous.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. CJ, in the interim period, you're standing outside over a puddle of vom, that is quickly just dissipating into the sand.
Okay, good, because I was gonna kick sand on top of it otherwise.
Oh yeah, no, you're able to cover the rest of it if that's your desire.
It is.
As out in front of you, you now have another sort of wispy smoke stack, for lack of a better word. Just a little ways ahead of you.
I'm gonna call out Dez. Be
Okay.
Like, what's up, dude?
Dez emerges and goes, "Hey there!" Oh, like what? Got a lot of ghosts here, man.
Yeah. A lot?
Well, I mean, you got one right there. You got a new one in your hand.
Oh, that one's not that. What's this?
I don't know. I was rather hoping you could tell me, but I'm guessing because you asked me to come out here.
Yeah, because I saw
Yeah.
her go in there. I was gonna ask you,
Oh yeah, she's still kind of like constituting, you know.
but like,
She's like
did
a
you,
puddle in there.
did you like talk to her at all?
She hasn't got a mouth yet.
Okay.
She's just sort of like jam.
All right.
Yeah, it's weird.
Not like this.
Nah, this is like, I think this is like the other half. You know?
Her?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Well, you will, I think.
What?
Yeah, so like when it's a new ghost, you know, and like you get a piece and then like a piece stays behind, you know? Like that's like the rest going away.
What do we do?
Well, whatever you want with it, I guess. You're the one with the disc.
Well, is it bad to like keep both together?
No, they'll just be two separate things.
What?
Yeah, like you know when we first met, right?
Man.
And I was all spooky in the woods looking for your hand.
Sure.
Because you're like a little lighthouse out at sea, you know?
Sure.
Yeah. So that's what you've got in your hand right now.
Right.
That's the bit that was drawn to you. This is the bit that wants to get away.
Okay, so should we let it leave?
That's up to you. You're the keeper of the stone.
I just don't understand how any of it works.
That's alright. If it makes you feel any better, neither do I yet. I'm just figuring this out with you as it goes. I just know there was like a second piece of me that didn't want to come to you.
And it didn't?
But I wanted to come to you, so I came over here and it went away.
But you don't know where it went?
No idea.
Okay.
It didn't talk much.
I'll try to talk to this thing.
Alright.
I don't even know what to do with it. Just be like, hi.
It's like probably a 2 foot high and like 3 inch wide plume of just smoke that just emanates out of a central point.
Yeah, I'm assuming you can't talk, but like, I don't know what you want. So, is that what it sounds like to me? Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, that doesn't help at all. So,
I think it needs a cough drop or something, man.
yeah, something. I don't want to control you if you don't want to be controlled. There's already a lot going on that I don't understand. So if you're trying to leave, you do that.
And it just very slowly begins to wisp away. And around this time, Bentley, if your intention is to head outside, this would be about the time that you reach that door.
I was gonna ask, so
Yeah.
do I see the thing dissipating?
Give me a perception check.
Oh boy.
See into the ghost realm.
Oh.
21.
Gotta catch a mock, so you're not a phantom. Yes, you do. You walk out, you see CJ and Dez, and this little plume of just purple and black smoke, just slowly wisping away, all the while sounding like it needs a lozenge. It has been punched in the trachea, maybe the jejunum.
Hey, CJ, you alright?
I don't know, man.
What is that thing?
I don't know. There's so much going on that I just don't understand.
Okay, is that gonna hurt us?
No. I think it wants to leave.
Good.
Des thinks it's part of my sister.
Oh.
I don't know.
Ugh.
As the smoke condenses into a tiny bead about yay big of just onyx black shiny stone and lands on the ground. Lands with a thud.
I'll go pick it up.
CJ, be careful.
Yeah. As you touch it, seems like a normal stone. Just about twice as heavy as you'd expect. It's like maybe half a pound.
Do you know what this
It's
is?
just
Have you ever
dense.
seen anything like this before?
No, especially not coming from smoke and then becoming a rock.
The only thing that I can think of that this kind of looks like is the gym badge for Nutri.
Yeah, and I'll pull out my thing and compare it. Like my gym badge to that. Is it like similar in look?
Eerily so.
Can you see anything inside of it?
Give me a perception check for either of you. You can either both make one, or one of you can make it with advantage.
What are you gonna do?
Do it with advantage.
Okay,
Oh, doesn't need it.
Crit, baby!
Doesn't need it.
CBGBs. All right. CJ, it's probably best that you look at this because you're the only one that would recognize the images therein. It's a very small, condensed image of your father's study with a rainy window and a silhouetted man holding a scotch glass. Whereas your Nutri gym badge shows a mime perpetually trying to find his way out of the small bead.
Okay, so does that mean that, like, that's Cordelia's, like, biggest fear? Because that's, like, what the badge is supposed to be for us? This is posto stuff.
Save that for the posto.
For real. Posto stuff.
Posto.
That's, I don't, okay.
Do you see anything?
Yeah. It's, I don't know. You know what? I'll throw it to Bentley and be like, what do you see?
All right.
Oh boy. 13.
All right. Bentley?
Mm-hmm.
You vaguely see in this stone what just looks to be like falling rain. It's a very trippy, like, illusion rock. It almost looks like it's catching the light of the sun and refracting it into little tiny rain droplets as you kind of twist it around. But you don't see anything more specific in there.
It looks like a rainstorm. Like I'm looking out a window when it's raining, kind of. It's kind of cool looking, actually. But
That's it? That's all you see?
yeah, why?
I was just curious. These, I don't know, I feel like these just change.
Well, here you go.
Thanks.
Hand it back.
All right.
So we should probably get going. I told Jackson them that we need to get back to our friends, and I don't know that there's a whole lot more we can do here. I'm really sorry about your sister.
Yeah, thanks. I don't know, this is very weird.
Yeah.
Because, like, obviously she's not alive anymore, which is awful, but, like, also she's still here, so I don't really know, like, it's the weird feeling.
Right. All right. Well, Mana, Pendleton, you guys all ready to go?
Yep.
All right. Well, I guess we can trek until maybe it becomes all wintry again and then go back to our old strat, but I don't know that Rose is going to be all that quick in the sand.
Yeah. Are we just going back the way that we came, or should we go a different way?
I think we should try and make our way to Etiola and meet up with the crew, and then we can decompress, and maybe from there we can try and go after Tropius and figure out this stone situation. But
Yeah. That would just be back to full and then up, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Sounds good.
all right, and I'll just start trekking. I'll use my walking stick from Pendle Boy and make my way back towards the route that we took in here. But yeah, just making my way out of Xantha with my walking stick and Pendleton, and then Mana will be with CJ.
Okay. All right, boys, who wants to helm your navigation
Making my way out of town.
out of Xantha?
My walking stick.
I can do
A
it.
little bit. His name is Pendleton.
As Pendleton's just
Little stick, his name is Pendleton. Jesus.
Pendleton, aka Lil Stick.
Yeah.
Everybody's getting SoundCloud rapper names these days.
Yep.
Young Nip, Lil Stick.
Young Nip and Little Stick.
What?
The crossover album's gonna be so awesome.
Fire.
All right, Bentley, if you were the one
Yeah.
Helming your navigation, let's get a survival check on the way out of town.
Crit.
All right. You do not head in any of the 7 wrong directions. You head exactly in the right direction.
Good job. Good job.
Remembering on your way out to be on the lookout for any
Rattatas.
dirt
Yes.
trap victory bells,
No, that
any
too.
vicious rat attas.
Yeah, don't want any Sarlacc pits getting in the way.
And because you crit, as you're walking out, you take one final look at the Sun Forge, and on the roof, you see an all-white, ripped as heck Typhlosion. Even from here, you can see the red eyes and the physical strain of carrying on. He's standing with his back to you, just staring up at the sky. You can see his back, which used to be that like vibrant blue-green, is now just black. As he just stares up at the sky, you hear this like emanating roar across the horizon. As over top of him, you see rays of heat, but no fire.
What?
Yikes.
What?
Just keep trekking ahead.
Homeboy's going through it.
Yeah.
What?
Understandably so.
But as you trek on ahead, you do encounter a few moments of in the sand, and you know to avoid them now.
Yeah.
You see still the many, many hardened slugmas, but one very large, still moving mag cargo making his way through. His magma is mostly hardened over. He is also a very, very dull. It's like those magma flows that are starting to harden, so they just have that little dull red glow through them. As he slugs his way along and tries to heat up his companions. You too recognize this mag cargo. Sisyphestus. Tending his garden. Until the heat comes back.
That's sad.
And gives you a knowing look. And nods slightly. And you can see like a little crack form in the magma as it kind of like bubbles over again and cools.
Oh, God.
As he looks back up and just carries on his work.
Just give him like a salute and then continue
All right.
trekking.
Okay.
Peace.
You do see a small rat atta poke its head out of a burrow and with a ravenous hunger in its eyes run towards you as it tumbles into a victory bell. And you see
I was going to step in front of you and punt it, so I'm glad I didn't have to do that.
get out of here, you nerd.
Avoid those.
Oh, boy.
As Pendleton's walking, he just goes,
Yeah, that's...
ooh, he's like, you want to watch out.
Got hate.
Poor guy.
You want to watch out.
Little
for
rat
those.
got hate.
Little rat got it.
His eyes were bigger than his stomach, and now he's in a stomach.
Yeah.
Blimey.
On the subject of rat attas, do you guys still have the rat atta in a Pokeball?
Oh, shit, yeah.
I think CJ does.
Yeah, I do.
All right.
Corey's Pokeball.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll definitely call it out.
Okay.
Not to throw it into the victory bell.
Just throw
You're
the
like,
ball
I really
into one
wanted
of
to
the
punt
pits.
a rat, so here.
And look at it and see if it looks like the other Rattatas or if it's like a normal one.
It's the more normal one.
Okay.
It's got that nice purple. It's just kind of grooming its face.
Give
Gives
me
you
a-
like a quizzical look, but it's like, hey, what's up?
I know I'm not your trainer. I think your trainer died.
He just kind of cleans his face a little bit. Are you doing this with your eyes on? Or are you just communicating?
I'm just talking to it right now.
Okay. It just kind of grooms itself, turns its head sideways, and then goes back to cleaning its nose.
So, and then I'll turn my eyes on. I'm thinking I'm going to release you so you don't have to come with us because we're not your trainers.
Wait, like here?
Yeah, is that okay? Would you rather not?
I mean, it's kind of scary here.
There's lots of other Rattata here.
Yeah, but they have like this weird disease.
That is accurate. Okay, so do you not want to go? Maybe find somewhere else?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe somewhere nicer.
Okay. Everywhere else is pretty cold though, so.
That's okay. I can make a burrow.
Okay.
Can I hear CJ when he's talking to Pokemon, or does he like speak Pokemon?
CJ sounds like CJ.
Okay,
Unless he's talking to ghosts.
got it. Okay.
The only difference is he's basically able to read the surface thoughts of a Pokemon.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's basically what you get from the Rattata.
Okay.
CJ, I can hang on to that Pokeball.
Yeah, okay. Let's do that.
Sounds fine.
Okay, good. Cool. Here.
Yeah. I'll call the Rattata back.
Oh, all right.
And
Back in he goes.
I'll put that in my pack so it's squared away.
Okay. Corey's Rattata is pulled away. Or it might be Corey the Rattata. Who knows?
Could be.
Could be either.
All right. You guys continue your trek. Let's get a general perception check from the lot of you.
Gen Pen.
As you guys kind of like sculpt beyond the desert in which you're close to Xantha as you press further and further
Does that
away.
include like everybody that's out?
Not just the two of you.
Okay, 15
Me
from
too.
Bentley.
Hey.
We rolled the same.
Wow, it was meant to be. All right. Yeah, as the two of you are walking, you see little mounds of raised earth, out of which several diglets kind of pop up and just mark your passing. You do see, well far away in the distance, seems to be just a small cluster of large gray rhinoceros folk, aka Rhyhorns. They just seem to be grazing on what little vegetation there is out here. They're just kind of chilling. They sort of look up and they give you the like startled water buffalo look, just.
What type of Pokemon are those?
I think they're Rhyhorns. They're just kind of grazing, but I would steer clear. I understand that they're probably pretty territorial, so if you approach one, they might not take kind to that.
What type are they?
Rock and ground, I think, unless these are some sort of weird variants, but they look like regular Rhyhorn.
Huh. Hi, Rhyhorn. Do all of them look the same?
All but one, I'll say with a 15.
Ooh.
One of them has a cracked horn. So it's just like completely cracked and splintered and lots of scars across its armor.
Ouch.
It's substantially larger than the others and seems to have like a slightly darker coloration.
Tanky boy.
Seems like might be sort of an alpha situation. That's sort of the defender of the herd.
That's what it seems like.
But that's the one that looks up to you and is like,
Nice.
seems to know people.
Seasoned vet, this guy.
Yeah, look at that horn.
It's a friggin' beast.
Yeah, as two of them kind of clang horns together, you watch as this one just scuffs its feet into the ground and they immediately stop.
Oh.
And they're like, yes, sir, I'm sorry, sir.
Yeah,
My apologies.
he's fully in charge.
Yeah, no kidding. That thing's a beast.
Guess I shouldn't throw a Pokeball at it. You're on my squad.
Just catch all of them.
You could try, but
No,
if it fails, we're in some trouble.
They
Just
have a
gonna
clear hierarchy.
run out there,
here.
just
Yeah.
throw all your Pokeballs at all of them. I'm gonna catch at least a few, and then we'll just kill whatever one breaks out and we'll run.
Ash catch them with the Tauros. Just
Yeah.
catch like 30 of them.
It's a lot.
One of these is bound to be good.
Cool. Do you. Be safe, guys.
Do you think maybe that big one fought like the Weevil?
I think maybe that big one has fought a lot of things. It looked
Yeah,
weathered.
no kidding. Well, they're clearly going to be fine through whatever happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not worried about them.
No, not at all.
All right, a few more hours pass by. Rather uneventful journey. In that time, as the sun begins to set, are you guys making camp or are you pressing on through the night?
So whereabouts are we, and is it starting to get cold again?
You're about you're probably about a third of the way to Fola.
Okay.
Because you guys left not like early in the day. You've got probably a full day of travel ahead. Like you'll probably reach Fola by sundown tomorrow. It's getting colder, but it's not frigid yet.
Okay.
It's like 60s.
CJ, it's getting pretty dark. Maybe we should just turn in and then we can rise early and get a move on.
Yeah, I'm like falling asleep as we're walking, so that's...
Yeah.
Okay, well, if you want to sleep first, I can take first watch.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, Pendleton, if you want to stay up with me, you can. If not, you can get some rest.
He just kind of like leans up against your pack on the ground. It's like, all right, man. Cool.
Cool, so we'll set up our tents, I guess, somewhere where there's flat ground.
Okay.
And I'll take first watch.
All right, Bentley, give me a perception check for your watch.
Wiggity watch.
15 again.
Oh,
15. All right.
Today's lucky number.
Yeah. Are you guys camping with any light source or just in the dark of night?
Well, we
Do you
can't
strike
light
a fire or light a lantern of any kind, or
I can't, right?
you can try.
You could try to.
I mean, I would maybe
not
try and
Pokemon.
like turn my lantern on, but
Humans can use fire, right? No, fire doesn't exist anymore.
I mean,
You
to
have-
our knowledge, it doesn't.
Yeah,
so.
because you have like technology and such. I'm
Yeah,
asking
I
like,
mean,
do you have your like
Yeah, I
crank
could.
flashlight out?
Yeah,
or-
my crank flashlight, I guess I could use and just kind
Okay.
of like set it so it's pointed up, so like I have kind of light, but I'm not like pointing it looking for
Okay,
stuff.
so just like illuminates like
Yeah.
a little space around
Just
you.
like cranking it, and maybe trying to listen to the radio on super low volume, see if I hear anything about the state of the world.
Okay.
Listen to the NPR of the.
Sounds like
Pokemon
lo-fi, like desert Arabian music.
Oh, okay, cool.
The best part is I'm gonna edit this like 11 weeks from now, and I'm not gonna remember what
Yeah.
song I was using.
93.3.
There you go. There you go, Drew. That's your reminder.
But anyways, Bentley, your watch does not have any spooky, creepy crawlies.
Okay.
You do hear
good.
you do
To
hear a
reserve
few
those.
skitters. You hear a few skitters off in the desert sands, but there's enough of like a visual around you that you can see anything on approach.
Mm-hmm.
And when they see that you're awake, they're like, okay, it's not worth it, and they kind of skitter away. But there's more than a few instances of like whole. It almost looks like the desert itself is kind of shifting and shimmering, and you realize it's like dozens and dozens of weird, malformed spinneret creatures
Oh my god.
just going around. But they don't seem interested at all in what you're doing because you have a light going. They kind of like get just on the outskirts of the light and then kind of like branch around you. But they seem to be traveling in various packs of about 24. But they look
Definitely
like
gonna keep cranking that flashlight.
Gave me the chills. I hate that.
They look like weird, creepy, like almost like scarab beetles out here. They seem to have adapted very well to the desert climate. But they
Wow.
just kind of burrow back into the sand. But they don't seem interested in you really at all, other than you're sort of curious and they're like, okay, move on.
Can I try and get a better look at one? I don't want to like approach, but like just from a distance, so I could
Yeah. So we'll
get
do
some
another
notes, maybe.
I'll say do nature or insight check. Dealer's choice, because you've been doing a lot of perception. Switch it up on you.
10.
10?
Yeah.
All right, you're not really able to get much more than that.
Okay.
They seem to have like a harder carapace armor on the back. Doesn't look like they have wings.
But they're not
thankfully.
green. They're more like
They're-
sandy brown.
They're like a more dull kind of pale green. They still
Okay.
have a similar like spinneret coloration. They still have a face on the back.
Gotcha.
But it seems like these guys have kind of adapted more to a desert lifestyle.
Okay.
Fucking 3 foot long Palo Verde beetle.
Yeah.
Horrible.
thanks. No,
Horrible.
thanks.
Worth
Horrible.
noting from your encounters with spinnerets in the past, these guys are substantially smaller.
Okay.
But they work in a much larger group. So they're like a swarm of beetles instead of a bunch of little spiders.
Don't let it get under your skin.
Gross.
Yeah, it'll be like the mummy.
The best worst movie of all time.
Buen fuego.
Accurate.
All right. But yeah, otherwise, no news from the world at large on anything getting fixed or better. Just lots of like, stay indoors and try to keep cool, but also, you know, like, don't freeze to death. Please be safe. Don't leave your homes. And also, here's the latest hip tracks.
Comforting. All right, well, I'll just stay up until I like literally can't keep my eyes open anymore. Try and give CJ as much rest as possible, and then I'll wake him up.
All right, CJ. You're exhausted, and you feel a hand on your face.
Hey, CJ. It's time for your watch.
Okay.
Just a note of caution. Try and keep the flashlight going. There are like a bunch of kind of weird looking spinneracks. They're like all in a horde. It doesn't look like they're broaching the light. So long as you keep that going, should be okay.
Keep the light going.
Yeah.
Got it.
All right. Good night.
Thanks.
I'll go to my tent.
He's tenting. Alright, into your tent you go. CJ, as you emerge into the late desert night air, it's eerily quiet
Of course it is.
compared to what you're used to
Of course
for a
it
night
is.
on the road.
Of course it is.
Give me a perception check for your watch.
Of course it is. 13.
13. Okay. Thankfully, you as well do not experience any creepy crawlies getting any closer to you than you're comfortable with. Are you keeping the light going, or are you just kind of sitting in the dark?
Yeah, no, definitely don't want any of these spiders coming to get me.
Okay. Yeah, it kind of seems like they're almost on like a clockwork pattern. Every hour or so, they kind of skitter past you. And then they're gone for about an hour. And then they come back, and sometimes they're carrying stuff, sometimes they come back empty-handed.
But it's clearly the same group.
Hmm?
Can I like tell where they're going?
It looks like they're headed slightly away from where you guys are, but they're making like very direct, sharp turns. So they seem to be navigating based on their own tracks, just kind of making their way back and forth.
Interesting. Weird.
Yeah, it's more than a little unsettling.
Are they carrying anything cool? Is it just like trees and shit?
It looks like pieces of insect.
Oh,
So it seems like they're kind of out in force, just getting food and stockpiling it somewhere.
okay.
So if you're hungry for a snack, you could like go to their burrow,
Give me some of your bugs.
stick your hand in there,
Some of your freaking bugs.
crack open a Caterpie,
I want to eat some of your bugs. Yeah, no, I'm good.
snap into a Slim Weedle.
Slimy yet satisfying.
Will definitely do my best to remember the lamp,
Okay.
radio, flashlight.
Yeah, more than a few times you're
whatever
like,
thing is. Stupid thing.
kind of crank it back up. Yeah. No, you also, unfortunately, the radio does not give you any gleaming pieces of insight of like, this is how to fix the world. It's a lot of like, stay safe out there. Also, here's some sick ska beats
I like
that you
that.
might like. It's the ska funk hour.
I like that.
And you're like, oh, all right.
It's a ska punk show.
Yeah.
The 3 a.m.
back?
ska
Welcome to the ska
hour.
punk show.
Before 1039 sold out.
Yeah.
I'll call out Dez
Okay.
again. I should be like, what's up, man?
Oh, hey. Hey, what's going on?
Just kind of hanging out. Has anything really changed in there?
I mean, a little bit. It's kind of gross, honestly. It's hard to describe. It's very unsettling when they're like first forming. Trust me, like, you remember that stuff. It's weird.
So it's not something that I should go in there and like check out, right?
I mean, probably not.
Yeah,
I mean, you could if you wanted to, but
I don't think
mean,
I should go in there because I'm supposed to be paying attention to what's out here. One, but two,
that's fair.
like if I like, I don't think I can control her. I don't want to.
I mean, that. She's not like me, if that's what you're
Right.
asking.
No.
Not yet.
No.
She's kind of like the other one that's in there. You know, the one that kind of stares at the wall.
Is that one even in there anymore?
She's like, oh, I'm here for you, whatever.
Is that one even in there anymore?
I mean, sometimes.
I feel like that's
She like lingers about, but she's always like, oh, I'm here for you. But she's not really,
right.
you know.
Okay.
And then there's those other two guys. They've been gone for a while, though.
Yeah.
They're out doing something for you, I think.
Are they? I don't even remember.
Huh.
There's so much that's happened.
Yeah, no, you set them up for something, I think. Because they get all like, oh, yeah, and they do the whole, I haven't got hands.
Did they ever talk to you?
No, they say we can't discuss the mission, and all that stuff. And then they're like, boss has orders and stuff, and then they go away. But they're like much less fun about it, you know? And they have a creepy voice.
But
Spooky.
okay. Well, keep me updated on that.
For sure, yeah. Yeah, I think she's in there. She's got like half a hand kind
Weird.
of grown in there.
Okay.
It's freaky, man.
That's, yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's a little
Do
weird.
you want to like do anything while you're out here? You want to fly around or anything?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, go do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, he goes and catches the night breeze.
Oh, yeah,
just
dude.
kind of like drifts
You
around
do
the desert.
you, man.
Similar to how you first encountered Remus, he's just kind of adrift. And he's like, oh, alright. It's cool, I feel like a balloon.
Yeah.
This is great.
And that was my plan.
Okay, he just drifts around for a while. And eventually the sun does begin to rise. Those Spinnerack come back one last time. And you see them actually all just kind of burrow into the sand. They're probably about 100 feet or so away from you. But you just watch them slowly just kind of shimmy into the sand.
Oh, okay.
In that unsettling way that only insects can do.
Yeah,
Like that one spider that just puts sand on his own.
hate
and
it.
just-
Absolutely
Ugh,
hate it.
So
So let me
gross.
just settle in,
Fascinating.
boys.
Hate it.
Also, not.
Yeah, so then I'll, after seeing that and being like, okay, I want to leave, I'm going to go wake up Bentley.
Okay. Yeah, Dez eventually like catches a drift like down, and then as you're waking up Bentley, he just goes, poof, poof, just flies through the tent. He's like, "Hey, boss."
This is not how I intended on waking you up. It just
Hey, boys,
kind of
my boys.
happened. It just kind of happened. I'm sorry.
Right as you're waking up, you just see slow-mo, his tongue's out.
I love it. He's practicing flying, sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. I guess we better get a move on. I'm so tired.
We should go.
Yeah. All right. And I'll just pack up my shiz and keep on keeping on.
All right. Pendleton will offer the two of you some very, they're far from fresh, but little sprigs of mint. If you want to kind of pep you up.
Sure, man.
He kind of like rubs them in his gums, kind of like a tobacco.
Chew on it a
And
little
he's
bit.
just like, all right.
Sounds good.
Rub it on my teeth, try and get some freshness in there and my week-long morning breath. Be horrible.
Gross. All right, boys. Shortly after sunrise.
Check my phone.
Check my phone.
Check the phone.
Check my phone.
The message is as follows. Spoke to the Icebringer. Currently in Etiola with Tropius, the Firestone, and the Grassstone.
What?
In a protected house. Looking for a fire champion. Bring Jax. Maximum font, bold, italicized, underlined, immediately.
Fuck.
Oh, no.
Man, so now I feel like seeing freaking whatever the Typhlosion's name is up on the Soul Forge was like him trying to be like, come to me.
What have we done? All right, so we got to figure this out. We can't trek all the way back. It's going to take us forever. So who do we send? Can we send Dez? Would Dez be able to communicate with Jax? Probably not. Evinrude could go. Maybe,
You can't use your phone? Don't they have a phone?
did they have a phone?
How did we reach them the first time?
Jax has been
Well, it was...
sending and receiving messages from deep. A tower's
So
up.
just call Jax. Or text Jax, message Jax and be like, hey,
Can
you need to go to
I
Adiola
see if on
yesterday.
my phone I have a way to message Jax?
You do.
Okay.
In a similar vein to how D did it, you can send it to the Xantha PC network and it'll get distributed from there.
Okay, I'll...
What's his name? Hercules? Is it Hercules or was that the Houndoom?
Hephaestus is the Magcargo,
Right.
and then Ares is
Ares.
the Typhlosion, I believe.
I couldn't remember.
But we don't know what happened to his Houndoom.
Yeah.
So I'll just send a message to Jax. Like, hey, sorry.
Hey, get to
Sorry to bother
Adiola
you, but
now.
you need to head east immediately. Our friends are in need. They have things they need to discuss with you. Get here ASAP. Bring Ares, and then send it and hope for the best.
Okay. Off it goes.
And I'll send out Evinrude.
Okay.
Evinrude, if you're able to fly back to Xantha, make sure that Jax is coming this direction. And if he leaves, try and guide him back to us. You understand? And I'll try and send Evinrude out so he can guide Jax back to us, but
Erude flies off.
should we just wait here and wait for Jax, or should we continue moving?
I feel like we should just keep going, because what's waiting do?
Yeah, that's fair.
We're going to the same place anyway.
Well, yeah, I mean, if nothing else, we can try and put off a signal of some sort. Maybe Crash can send water up in the air or something.
Dude's a grown-ass man. He can figure it out.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's continue moving.
Why are we babysitting a man?
Yeah. Wait, this should be the other way around.
He needs to be able to find us, but fair.
That's just such a CJ response.
Just like, I'm
not babysitting
worried about
a
a
man.
fucking adult man.
Oh, boy.
He's fine. He's fine, okay?
So, wait, Tropius is with them?
I guess. I don't know how.
I don't know either, but that's great. That's awesome news. Now we don't have to chase it south wherever it was headed.
Is that great news? Because then the thing is just going to be there.
But it isn't if they're sending us messages and they're
Yet.
presumably safe.
It's probably just looking for it still.
Yeah, but if they're holed up and they're safe.
Okay, but the Tropius has the Firestone.
Yeah, I agree.
Two sources of power.
It could
There's
be
probably
that,
Icebringer. What the fuck is that thing?
Well,
So there's probably another source of power up there too.
yeah, but that's probably what's causing all this weather.
Yeah, which is great because it seems like it's not as bad out here.
But if they talk to that and they have Tropius, they have like the rest of our answers. That's what we were gonna go to them to say was we need to find Tropius, but they already did.
It's really not that bad out here, is it? Is it? Is it different? Is it the same?
It's weather-wise, it's the same.
Okay.
But follow-up Porygon arrives.
Holy shit.
Check it.
Restore the Firestone? Do you have fire? Arjan has fire now.
What?
Wait a minute, and I'll grab CJ's portable PC and swap out for Mortar and send
Okay.
Mortar out.
The Source Ball, much diminished, is warm to the touch again. As you send out Mortar, there's that similar flash of bright light. As he hits the field, he's like, who am I killing?
Mortar,
And then 6 seconds pass and he reverts to his normal phase and he's like,
you alright? You fire? Test it out.
again,
Holy
much
crap.
diminished, but there's fire.
Alright, well that's better than before.
That's way better.
Awesome. Well,
Yeah, you can see once again his like furnace of a belly is producing heat.
I'll just go and give Mortar a big hug.
All right. Yeah, you're not burned alive. He chooses not to.
It's good to have you back,
choice
buddy.
that he made.
Glad you're feeling better.
Yeah. He pats you with the smaller arm again so he doesn't shatter your spine with a thought.
Fair.
He pats you. And he's out and he's just kind of like juggling a little mote of fire between his hands. He's like, all right, sweet. He's like, I'm back,
So
baby.
that would mean Typhlosion has fire powers again.
Well, that has to be what we were seeing.
But it was all gray.
I don't know, maybe it, like powered up or something.
I didn't see any fire. Well, I don't know. I mean, good news all around, though.
Hooray! They did something that made it better.
Yeah, well,
Meanwhile,
more successful than our mission, that's for sure.
meanwhile,
in the desert,
Meanwhile, CJ's sister is dead. What have they done?
hooray!
Bobby Moynihan.
A piece of toast.
Oh boy. Oh yeah. Okay, so like we go now? Like go now?
Yeah, let's try and get there as fast as we can. We still have quite the voyage.
Is Evinrude just gonna stay with Jax? What was your plan there?
I wanted him to guide us back to us, but now guide Jax back to us. But now we have fire, so we could maybe send off a mortar flare. Or, I'm not too worried about it now.
Okay, let's go.
And can I have Mortar just like shoot up fire in a place that is not
Let's
tree lined.
Give me a Constitution check from Mortar,
Okay.
such as the life of a fire type for now.
21.
21.
Oh, shit.
All right. As you're like, all right, Mortar, it might be difficult. He emits all of the flame he has produced thus far in a massive, like, gout flare into the sky.
Jeez.
As it
Sick.
just launches skyward. And you're like, that was incredible. As both of you are just kind of like covered in soot and your hair's blown back, you're like,
Yay.
all right then.
That was warm.
Good work, Mora. That's
And
the
he
warmest
holds
I've been
that
in a
up there
while.
for about 10 seconds before the flame just kind of
Whoa.
is forced back into his hand, and he's like, oh,
That was good, though.
all right.
All right, there's your signal. Can we leave now?
Yeah, we're good. Let's just maybe walk slow, and that way Evan, Rude, and Jax can catch up.
Okay.
Yeah. Evinrude's flight, you guys walked for probably about 4 or 5 hours yesterday. So you know you got about 5 hours on Jax. If he gets the message immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Evinrude can make the trip in half that time because he's flying.
Right.
So you got about 5 hours before Evinrude's back at this spot.
Okay.
Because you got to go back and then come back.
All right. So we'll just keep trekking then, I guess.
Okay. As you guys keep on trekking, it starts getting colder again. And as you keep taking more and more steps back towards Fola, snowfall begins to mix in with this like kind of sludge mud of the desert.
Sludge mud.
You guys are kind of walking, you feel the soft crunch of slush as you're moving forward. And you hear a faint whistling.
CJ, you might want to send out Winter.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, as soon as newly crowned Winter hits the field, you see 2 Sneasels run out from nearby brushes, bright yellow feather. And they punch the ground in front of Winter, and he's like, that's right. You remember your king.
I am in charge.
And he points at the 2 of you, and he goes, they are mine. You are mine. And they're like, yeah.
That's accurate.
Hey, you got it, Chief. And he's like, now go do my bidding. Whatever that is. Off you go. And the 2 of them head back around nearby trees. And you watch as you guys progress. They stay about 30 feet behind you. And they're just like on constant vigil.
Fucking love it.
Sick.
As Winter's out, he's just like, that's what's up.
It's pretty cool, man.
He's like, hey. Pound it.
Yeah, let's go.
I'll walk close by with Mortar, and hopefully Mana can give us added weather reprieve.
Yeah, Mana's able to keep, if you stand like right next to CJ, she'd be able to keep both of you from getting snowed on. Mortar's relative heat is able to do something similar, but he basically just melts the snow after it hits you. So you just kind of get damp, where Mana's able to kind of like make a little cone. But you'd have to walk like very close.
Salud.
Bliss!
I came out of nowhere.
All right, well, if I'm just getting like moist, I'm gonna call Mortar back.
Moist
Doesn't sound pleasant because I have all my snow gear, like my jacket and everything.
He's getting
so.
moisted. Yeah, as you guys press onwards, who wants to helm this leg of the journey? You get advantage on your perception because you've got 2 Sneasels watching your back.
Advantage.
I can do it.
Do it.
Do it to it, Lars.
Do you want me to roll perception?
Yes, sir. With avantage.
With
With the Schneasels. Because the Schneasels can also help you locate things.
God. Well, 16.
16. Okay. As you're walking, you and Winter both notice markings on some trees a little ways to the side. As the one Sneasel that's on your right and behind you crosses the road and the other one moves similarly 30 feet further, and they signal to you. They go.
Did you hear that?
As you're about to take a step, Winter puts his claw on you, and you see a tripwire like right by your foot.
Oh.
As he's like, back you go.
I'm gonna track the tripwire to where it's tied.
Yeah, it goes between two very, very disparate trees, but it's like this thin, almost like spider silk layer of string. And as you look up in the tree, there is a felled log held right above you. Spiked and cracked and splintered in between. As the Sneasels point to a nearby tree, you see a symbol of a hammer striking an anvil. And they're like, we go this way, not that way.
What?
You go that way.
Who did this? Look at that. That's so elaborate.
Yeah, that had to be people.
That almost killed me.
That had to be people, dude. Pokemon don't do stuff like that.
Not that we know of.
I mean, that'd be crazy.
As Winter's kind of examining the tripwire, he's like, dang, that's fine construction. As the two Sneasels are like, come on, like,
So-
over here.
Can Bentley tell if the Sneasels and Winter know what crafted this?
The two Sneasels for sure, and Winter's going along like, yeah, pfft, obviously.
Yeah.
Who doesn't know this? But the two Sneasels are like, literally, like, please get away from the tripwire.
Yeah, we'll back up. Who did this?
And they're like, and they point at the symbol after tapping their foreheads.
I'll turn on my eyes and be like, what's the symbol mean?
Rival clan. Not safe.
Are they Sneasels?
Yeah. Brutal.
Sneasels did this.
Yeah.
They built a trap.
Yeah. They blunt their claws.
What?
Heathens.
Holy shit. All right, yeah, let's...
They travel south. Don't like ice.
What?
They like warmer climate.
What?
Use traps. They kill for sport.
They're very smart, apparently.
We go this way.
Okay, let's go that way.
All right, I'm just gonna follow their lead.
Foot hit rope. Log hit you.
Right.
You go into tree behind rock.
Okay, I was wrong. So the Sneasels did do this.
Oh my god.
Freaking
We
crazy.
thought the ones we fought were intense. Look at that.
Yeah, no, apparently these ones just like to kill things for fun.
I didn't even see that tripwire until he pointed at it, and even then I was like straining to see it.
They're probably like the hammer hands or something, because he said that they don't have claws. They like dulled them, and they're just like fucking brutal.
I don't know what any of that means, but okay. Sure. Let's avoid more traps.
I don't want to deal with that.
Okay.
Let's not.
Yeah. As you're walking,
thing
one
I
of the
roll high
Sneasels. Yeah. As you're walking, one of the Sneasels communicates to Winter and kind of points out the various traps that they've set in here, and they're all equally brutal. There are portions of the path that are illuminated by the snow, thankfully, where it's just kind of sifting through the ground in these little like pockmarked squares, and they point up and they show nets that rise up into spikes, and they're like, further.
Okay.
So can I like pick up a rock and throw it into the trap that I can see to like activate it where it's not going to hurt anybody or anything?
Yeah, give me a dexterity check, just for aiming.
Okay. I'll just pick up a rock and try to hit it. 19.
19. Yeah, as you huck a small rock over there, it kind of like skips across the netting a bit and sits there just long enough, and you hear a as this whole net gets hoisted up, and a number of like tree spikes are just like standing at the ready as the net gets pulled up into the tree, and it just gets sliced through by all these like sharp branches, as the net then is kind of carved, and after a while just kind of spins and unravels and falls down to the ground.
Gonna go with yikes.
Yeah, so do we try to just do that to all of the traps that we see?
I mean,
Or
I
do
feel like
we...
if it's safe and we know what's gonna happen, we should, because I don't want like some Pokemon to fall into the trap and get speared.
Right, or
That'd be
Jax when he's
horrible.
heading this way.
Oh yeah. And I'm assuming we didn't go very far from the original one, but I'm gonna go back to the tripwire trap. and see if I can trigger that without, like, maybe take my walking stick from Pendleton and from, like, as
Hit it
far
from the
away as
side.
I can do, just, like, knock it and see if I can trigger that thing so it's just not gonna swing and kill anybody.
Yeah. The log has been kind of like just splintered and cracked. It looks like a felled tree, but it's jagged and sharp. As it slams into a tree about 15 feet away from where it started, anything in between would have been just absolutely smushed.
All right, well, if you can tell Winter to tell the Sneasels to keep an eye out, and then we can trigger as many of these traps as we can so that, like you said, Jax doesn't get the brunt of it.
Right, the only other issue is we're making a lot of noise.
Yeah, but didn't you say that they're going south? So presumably they just set these traps for fun to kill things.
No, they live south. They don't live in Beaversby. They live like warmer. Because you guys are between Xantha and Fola.
Right, but we're where it's like icy. So I'm
it's
pretty
just starting to
confident
snow.
that they're not gonna.
No, so like they normally don't live here.
Even like the net trap was not. Like the net trap was trap something and then spike it to death. It wasn't like catch it and then we torture it or eat it or something.
I'm not worried about what they're trying to do after they kill things. They don't set traps and just leave the traps. Like, you're gonna go back. If you hear noise in your traps, you're gonna go see what's in your traps, even if they're already dead. Because you're either gonna eat those things or you just like to see that you killed things.
Well, I don't know. Ask them. They know.
Yeah.
You get a very frantic whistle from the side.
What's going on? Okay.
As Winter gets into like full-on stealth mode and like lurks behind a tree.
Fuck. Okay.
You guys see two
This is bad.
exceptionally large Sneasels. Very like muscular, but still they look agile. But instead of long, sharp claws, they have blunted like hammerheads right here with like very dexterous fingers. As one walks over to the line trap, kind of spreads it back out, ties it back around a tree, and the two of them are gonna attempt to locate your tracks.
Oh, fuck. See, this is what I was talking about.
As the one kind of tracks along and points to a nearby tree, Winter and the two Sneasels get a surprise round.
You don't just set traps.
Yeah, but what were we supposed to do? Just leave him so Jax gets freaking impaled and he's just against a tree like.
Well, that's why I let it happen twice, because that's what I was thinking. I was like, this
it'd be
is
horrible.
probably a bad
I wasn't even
idea.
thinking about Jax. I was thinking about just Pokemon, but then you said Jax. I'm like, oh, that would suck.
All right.
He's just walking through, just.
Winter, give me a surprise round attack
Oh boy.
on the guy who notices you.
Triple claw attack. Fucking yeah, that's gonna hit because it's a 19 on the die.
Okay, you have advantage on the roll because, although a 19 crits for you now, so
It
doesn't really
does.
matter.
That's a crit. Let's go.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can roll for the crit, but you already did. Yeah, as the two Sneasels both hit their marks as well, so go ahead and roll your damage on either one. They are going for the one that's noticed you. As they
Okay.
kind of whistle to Winter, and they're like, "That one, go!"
Is this a specific attack or like?
You get one surprise round before we're in initiative. So
Right.
you
So
can
do I
whatever you
just
want.
pick one?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna do beat up then.
Okay.
7, 8, 9 damage.
9.
Was that including the crit?
Oh no. No, it's not.
So what's
So-
max plus that?
14.
14. Okay.
14 plus that. So it's
14
14
plus
plus
9.
9.
So 23.
So 23.
Okay, that makes more sense.
23 is good.
23.
I was max 5, but
Yeah, no, 14 plus 9.
Yeah.
Okay.
So between Winter and the two Sneasels, two ice knives fly out of the darkness as Winter just leaps out towards them. And you see the one that's pointing at you just looks up from the nearby trees as two ice knives sink into his forehead as Winter lands claws deep in the chest and just flings over. Everybody who's out, roll initiative. There's only one left.
Holy shit.
As
Oh
that
my
one goes
God.
down hard.
This is sick. I love this.
Bentley, go ahead and roll for the two Sneasels. If you've got nobody out, I'll let you run them. Sneasel A, you're up first. Following your spectacular assassination.
Okay, Sneasel A is gonna go for
He's got Ice Knife and Beat Up. Ice Knife is at range, Beat Up is right up close. Beat Up does more damage based on how many Pokemon that are allies with you are surrounding that target. These two Sneasels and Winter have pack tactics together. If they are at all nearby, they give an additional +1 to hit and +1 to damage on a target.
Alright, so this one is going to run in and go for a beat up on the remaining Sneasel.
Alright.
Natural 1.
Alright. As he's throwing the knife into the first...
It to me?
Yeah. He throws the knife into the first target and lands into a tumble, and as he goes to like strike out towards this target, it just holds up the hammerhead end of its claw, and he punches right at it, and you see his claws just kind of bend at the impact. Ow. And you see they're now just like curved and coiled. As he pulls his hand back angrily, he now has like a fish hook style
Oh shit!
hook for a claw.
Oh boy.
It's actually
Winter?
kind of badass.
Winter followed that up.
Oh, that hurts, but also that's cool.
I mean, it does make him distinct from the other.
Oh god.
For sure. Claw. Okay. Whoa. How far away is this guy from where Winter is currently?
About 10 feet.
Okay. Winter will just throw an ice shard at him.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, maybe not. That's a 10. Nope,
All right.
That's not, no.
Winter, as you throw an ice dagger out towards this guy, similarly, he just holds out his very dexterous hand, catches it, and squeezes real hard, and the ice just detonates. It's now his turn. He's gonna turn towards Sneasel A, who now has a fish hook for a claw. Grab him by the good arm, and just start punching him in the face.
Oh god.
For 2 attacks.
Oh god.
That's an 18 and a natural 20.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
This Sneasel's gonna die.
This Sneasel takes...
This the Sneasel B or Sneasel A?
This is Sneasel A.
Oh no.
Sneasel A takes 21 points of bludgeoning damage and is unconscious.
Oh no.
As he picks him up and just punches him in the face, you see his feather is just tossed from his head. And as he lands on the ground, he curls around his good claw and kicks him right in the shoulder blade, just dislocates his arm. And then he kicks him back towards the trap. And he begins making his way towards Winter, but that's his turn.
Fuck.
Crash, are you getting involved?
What a dickhead. Yeah.
All right.
Seeing that, Crash will be like, oh, okay, buddy.
It's like,
No,
okay,
no,
we're
no,
playing
no.
for realsies.
Yeah, Crash will go in for an Aqua Fang.
All right.
No, he won't.
Natural 1.
Oh no.
Crash is not ready.
This is going
All right.
horribly.
Crash, seeing the brutal nature of the attack, as you slide in, it's right as he's dislocating the arm, and you're like, oh my god, as you kind of like slide to a stop, you see the Claw Smasher just flick his wrist and prepare to punch you, but it's not his turn. Sneasel B.
Send these bees.
So can I use a Sneasel turn as Bentley to send out a Pokemon?
You can just send out a Pokemon, because I kind of glossed over you.
Okay, I'll send out Nipsey
All right, Nipsey! And we'll just get you in the next round.
at a 5.
A 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so other Sneasel.
Yeah, so Sneasel B.
Sneasel B, seeing what happened to his buddy, is going to keep its distance and go for one of those ice knives. With a 12 on the die.
12 on the die. Winter is nearby, as is Crash, so you have an additional +2 on top of your 3. So you have a +5, that's a 17. Math
Okay.
checks out, you hit.
Cool. And what is the damage?
Damage is 1d8 +2, because you have 2 friends nearby. Pack tactics, baby.
3 damage.
Ah.
All
Literally
right.
the worst I could roll.
Ah.
Why did you give me control? This is not how it's supposed to work.
All right.
They are your
Top of the
children, not
round.
mine.
Winter. This man just killed one of your tribe.
Yeah, not cool.
Or at least knocked him down.
Not cool, bro. Not cool at all, bro. So Winter's gonna go for a beat up this time.
Okay. Don't miss.
Crash, Sneasel B, Nipsey.
Crash Sneasel B and Nipsey.
Okay.
You have 3 friends nearby.
So that is 22.
That is very good, yeah.
So 2d6, because 1d6 per every 2 allies. 2d6.
2d6, baby.
Ooh.
Solid.
So 11 total.
11 total. All right, Winter. As you run forward, you see him rearing up for a strike against Crash, and you slide in and slash at his leg. And as he looks down to punch you, he lands into the ground. You give him a nice carve right up his arm.
Yeah.
As I punch the microphone. With a watch of all things. As the Claw Smasher pulls his arm up through your claw, just not caring, and is gonna come in for 2 strikes towards you.
Fuck you.
It's a 7 and a natural 20.
Oh,
my
God.
God. The crits.
Winter, you take 12 points of bludgeoning damage, which is actually good because it's a d10 of damage. I rolled a 2.
Wow.
As he punches you right in the face, you feel yourself just getting thrown off your feet and you land on your back about 5 feet away. As you're like, The Claw Smasher just turns towards Crash and is like, you have no place in this fight. Crash, it's your turn.
I might not have a place in this fight, but I'm gonna fucking do some damage if I can.
Oh boy.
Just gonna go in for another Aquafang.
Okay.
13?
13 misses. As you bring your jaws down, expecting the sweet, tasty purchase of Sneasel flesh, the 2 hammer hands just punch into your jaws and wrench them open as he kicks you in the chest and you're pushed back.
This frickin' guy. This frickin' guy
Sneasel B,
is a brawler.
So Sneasel B is going to
aka Sneasel.
fire off another ice knife, and then immediately afterwards is going to run to its brethren and try and tend to its wounds as it's lying on the ground. So just throw it, and regardless of what happens, he's going to his buddy.
Throwing on the run.
So
All right.
4 on the die.
All right, rather fitting, as you run out and throw an ice knife, it goes right between Crash's jaws. As he's like, oh! Looking back before he gets kicked in the chest. Nipsey. And
right.
Sneasel B does reach Sneasel A, who is thankfully not like bleeding out, but just very unconscious.
Okay, Nipsey is gonna skitter around behind this brutal Sneasel, and then it's gonna like flick all of the snow onto its back, like one of those creepy spiders, and then go for a Fury Cutter as it's grabbing on Crash. So does this count as flanking?
It does.
Sick. All right.
Oh.
Crit, come on.
Ooh.
All right,
Still
21.
Good. Still
21
good.
is good. 21 is good purchase.
Okay.
Get him.
Get 'em.
Cut him up. Cut him up. Oh, God.
2.
Not my day. Not my day. 3 damage because
3
of the
damage.
poison attacking on
Okay.
one, but God, that's
Yeah.
horrific.
As Nipsey appears, Kashwang! 3 damage. On any normal creature, would have been a phenomenal hit. Boys, I have bad news for you. On initiative 20, 2 more Claw Smashers appear.
Oh, no.
Oh my God.
Oh, no.
This is so bad.
They do not go this round, but they are here. And they rolled very well.
We're gonna need to send out some more Pokemon, my dude. We're in trouble.
Okay. Top of the round for now is Winter. But CJ and Bentley, you each have a reaction in between then, because you're on initiatives 15 and 13 respectively.
Right. Okay, I'm gonna send out Dial Up.
Okay. Get a dial up.
Low roll, low roll, low roll. 20.
Natural 20!
Damn it, the one time I don't want it. That's criminal.
You willed it into
That's
existence.
criminal.
Alright, do you have any alterations to your initiative? Do you go up or down? Your dex mod?
His dex is 0.
0?
So,
Okay, so you sit at 20.
yeah.
I'm going to throw out Riot.
Riot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
buddy. With his natural bray.
It's 12.
12. Cool. Riot at a 12. Okay.
Boy,
so
oh boy, oh boy.
same deal. Top of the round for now is Winter. Soon to change, but Winter, you're up. You have 1 Claw Smasher who's been hurt, but is looking okay.
Yeah, the one that
fresh
we've
boys.
been fighting, we're going to continue to fight it.
All right.
He'll go for another beat up. Not have more friends in the fight. Sheesh.
All right.
Do I get to roll for advantage because of flanking?
You do. Yeah, so you're flanking, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 5 friends, so you get 3 additional die. Huge.
That's good. That's good. That's a lot because +2 per +1.
Plus 1 for every 2
Plus
allies,
two,
yeah.
plus
Yeah,
one.
so it's a lot. It's a lot of damage.
Yeah, so if you're doing beat up, you have 3 additional die of damage and 3 additional damage.
Okay.
Because you're getting pack tactics from your boy. Even though he's not an active threat, he's still nearby. There you
9,
go.
10,
That's how we do
13.
it.
I'll take it. I'll take
13.
it.
That's just enough. Winter. As you see this claw smasher as he's like hammering Crash's jaws open, right as he kicks, you see your moment, and that leg comes off. And on his way down, off with the head.
Oh my god.
As Winter turns to you, he's just coated in blood as he looks back sad at his downed friend. And as he looks behind you, he sees the 2 new claw smashers, and he's like, Crash.
Yeah, seeing as that guy has severed his mortal coil.
Oh, he's very gone.
Um,
Right after he kicks you in the chest, he's just dead.
Crash
in a
will look
flash.
around to see if there's any other threats. I'm assuming see those 2
Oh, yeah.
from behind me
Yeah.
and immediately go for a scary face to like
Yeah,
stop them.
because they're behind the 2 of you.
Right.
As you're both like, guys, look out! There's stuff going on, and Winter's like, ooh, Papa! Ooh.
Alrighty.
It's the one time he calls you dad.
Scary face.
All right,
What do they need?
charisma
to save?
saves.
14.
Their charisma's
Jesus.
probably really high.
A natural 20 and a 13.
Okay, so
So
one
one
of them
fails.
stunned.
I'll say it's this one. And this one, because those are the die I've been using for the 2 of them.
One of them is stunned.
So the one that would go on initiative 19 is stunned.
Sick.
As Crash looks at both of you, and you're like, yeah, what's up, dude? We're done. He just roars as the 2 of you kind of steal yourselves. You're like, bro, what the heck?
Why would you
and
do
you and you hear just the slightest crunch as that one Sneasel flinches. And as you look over your shoulder, not more than like 5-10 feet behind you, there's 2 claw smashers just like mobbing up to you.
Oh god.
Eerily for the 2 of you, they're about your size.
Oh my god.
They just look like thick, muscly hammer boys.
What color are they? Are they?
They
still
are
Sneasel
flat
colored?
black, but the feathers in their caps are just like mangled and bloodstained.
Oh god.
They do not. These guys don't seem to follow the same
They look like this.
Yeah.
tribe rule. Yeah, they're basically
boy.
they're an invincible splash cut.
Jesus.
All right. After Crash is Sneasel B. Sneasel A is on the ground. He's unconscious,
Yeah,
but he's
so-
not bleeding out.
Sneaselbee is just going to continue tending to his buddy and then going to throw out an ice knife at one of the 2 new joining claw smashers.
Okay, are you going for stunned boy or non-stunned boy?
Stunned boy.
Okay, then you have advantage on your strike.
12 on the first,
Stun by.
15 on the second roll.
Okay, that'll do. That second one's good.
Nice.
As you kind of like tip your buddy over and hold his head up, you fling out another ice knife.
What's
1d8.
the damage? 1d8 plus whatever it was.
Oh no! I think every roll you've
Jesus,
had has
Ben.
been a 1.
I think
Come
so.
on, Ben.
That's a 1.
Get it together.
Even when they hit, it's a 1.
Yep. It's
Okay.
pretty great.
All right, Sneasel B, you're barely paying attention at this point. You're like, hold on, buddy. So you throw the knife out. It strikes into the claw smasher, but he just like, he goes to deflect it, but his muscles just aren't there. As it just kind of like cuts across his arm ever so slightly. Nipsey,
All right, Nipsey,
blood for the blood god.
again with the snow covering most of them, is gonna skitter over to the stunned and try and like look like it's just mushrooms that are just moving weirdly.
Okay.
Maybe throw it off a little bit and then go for another Fury Cutter on it, the
All right.
stunned one.
Good. So you do have advantage on this because he's stunned.
Come on, Nip.
And you've already hit 1 Fury Cutter.
Come on, Nip. Come on, Nip.
That is corked. Get it another one. Come on.
Oh,
that's so much worse than the 10 that it was.
Son of a bitch.
All right, Nipsey.
Yeah.
As you claw your way over, it's not that you miss, it's that his flesh is much tougher than you're expecting. As you go for a quick ankle pinch, you find no purchase here.
All right, you got to carry because I
mean,
got nothing today.
Dial up.
These 1 point damage hits are.
Yeah.
Dial up as
Sonic
you
boom
hit the
these
field.
mofos. Get them.
You see 2 targets, one right behind Bentley, the other one stunned behind CJ.
Okay, he's gonna go for a thunderbolt
T-bolt!
on the stunned one.
Get them.
All right.
Ooh.
Those are both nice.
Yes.
So a 24 to hit.
24 hits.
All right.
It's good damage right there.
1,
Come on.
2, 3, and with a magnet, 4.
Do it.
There it is.
There it is.
Just needed
There you go.
my
Get your boy in there.
electric boy.
There. So 14.
14.
It's good. It's
good. Good hit.
lightning damage.
Dial up as you hit the field, you're like, oh, it's still stormy out, huh? Be a shame if... As a thunderbolt strikes down into the stunned Sneasel for 14 damage.
Boom.
He's unable to flinch or recoil from the pain, but you watch as some of his fur kind of singes and sears away.
Nice.
Leaving him with some nice lightning burn scars.
Sick.
Get wrecked.
After Dial Up is the stunned Claw Smasher, who is no longer stunned but does not get his turn.
Oh, that's helpful.
As the other, which is right behind you, Bentley, you're like, oh god. Just pushes both of you out of the way
Oh,
and
thank
walks
God.
towards Winter.
Thank God.
And he,
I thought it was going to try to kill us. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, fuck. This is bad.
Punches you in the throat.
yeah, you hear him cry out in Sneasel, something horrible.
Something horrible.
As he marches towards Winter with the hammer arms out and just comes in for a double punch on the side of the face. It's a 21 and a 17.
Jesus
Oh my
Christ.
God. That's enough.
These guys are rolling really well.
It's more than enough.
Drew, go back to those other dice.
No.
Can I have the dice
son of a
you-
bitch.
you
This
were
is
using?
the
You
first.
son of a bitch.
The first hit is 4 damage. The second hit is 10. Winter, you take
Oh
14
my-
points of bludgeoning damage.
That was worse than the crit.
As the hammers come in
Yeah, the
and
critty rolled a
slam
2.
either side of your head.
Ugh.
As you're just kind of reeling and stunned from it, you're like, oh.
God damn.
You're kind of like seeing triple, and you're like, what just happened? Riot. You hit the field. It's
Let's-
all you can eat buffet, baby.
Yeah, it is.
All you can eat. There is a downed Sneasel and another downed Sneasel that looks very large.
Hello, boy.
They look quite appetizing. There's also, if you want to work for your meal, there's 2 more. One looks about half dead, the other one looks raring to go.
I think we've got time because I don't know that he's ever used Riot.
Oh yeah, Riot's got a lot of text to read.
Yeah, give me a second. All right, he's gonna go for a crushing coil.
Good. All right,
On
so
one of these
attempt a
claw
grapple
smashers.
check. Which one are you going for?
We'll go for the one that just hit Winter, whichever one that was.
Okay, so that's the fresh one.
Yeah,
Okay.
the non-stunned one.
Coming in
Yeah.
for that one.
All right, so it'll be a grapple check. We've got a natural 15 plus 1 is a 16 over here.
Oh, I got a 16 too.
Okay.
Does
Tie
that
goes.
go again?
What does that
Tie
mean?
goes to the runner. I'm gonna say that Riot
go!
gets.
Goes to Runner.
Let's go!
I'm gonna say that even though he's trying to get out, the nature of Riot's grapple, as the symbiotic virus is just pulling the creature in, it's kind of paying attention to Riot, but by the time it realizes what's going on, it's too late.
Ooh, yeah, 10 damage.
All right, 10 points of damage to that Sneasel.
Let's go, Riot.
As it's going in for another kill shot on the now reeling Winter, Riot, you just crush, and you're like, nobody kills Winter but me. As you just crunch down, you guys, even from far enough away, you hear a couple ribs crack under the first crunch.
Ooh, I like it.
As Riot just continues to coil around and around and around and around. As we move on to Winter.
So the symbiotic virus, I have a question. It
Yeah.
says melee attackers must make a DC 14 con save. That doesn't apply to me coiling or crushing them, does it?
Correct.
Okay.
So, actually, no, it does.
I just didn't know
'cause
if I needed
you're
to make
making
contact, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you.
So then he needs to make a con save.
Yeah. So we make contested con checks, this guy has a +1 to his con.
Oh, I have to roll it too?
Yeah, you have to beat him, but he got an 11.
Okay. I beat him.
17,
Yeah.
okay. So roll a d6, buddy.
Woo!
And then let
I've
me know
never
what you
done
get.
this before. It's so exciting.
Yeah. So let me know what you get.
3.
3, so that'll be strength, dexterity. So your constitution goes up by 1, his goes down by 1.
Damn, that just moves me into a higher category. It's 16
Yeah.
for his con now.
Okay, so it is temporary, but just keep that in mind.
Right, for sure.
So you've got an additional bonus, which makes it easier to sap strength from other things.
Yeah.
That was like
okay.
the perfect stat to get.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
sick.
So now, Winter, you are grappling this guy, so you have advantage on your attacks against him.
Okay.
He has disadvantage on checks to break the grapple, and he takes an additional d6 every time he fails to get out.
He's about to die.
Yeah.
Like, actually die and
And
Yeah.
Winter's like, oh, I get to actually kill.
So
or
that's-
Riot's like, I can kill
Yeah.
something.
So
Riot
that's
is just like
Riot's go.
Nagini.
Yeah,
Just-
So
it
Winter-
really is.
Winter, off you go.
Oh,
You've
yeah.
got the Claw Smasher who's grappled right in front of you, and you swear you see like 4 or 5 snakes just coiling around him as you kind of shake off the stun. You see Riot, and he just gives you a wink, and he's like, hey, boo,
Big time beat up.
be coming for you soon.
That's, it looks like a 16? That's
Yep.
a 16 there, so that's
Okay.
going to hit for
Pretty good.
sure. And it's a little bit better, so that's going to hit. I think
Okay.
that's like a 26 with all the pluses because of everybody that's around.
All right.
So,
Good stuff, Winter.
3d6.
Oh, yeah.
10, 14, 15, 16, 17 damage.
17. He's still up, but barely. As he's
God.
being like
If I had a
crushed down to death. Winter, you just see your moment, and you sink your claw in under the jaw. As he's like trying to cry out in pain, you just lock his jaw shut. And you look at Riot, and you're like, dear God. All right, fine. And you pull your claw out as his jaw is just dislocated from the impact. And Riot is just looking at him with hungry eyes.
Oh boy.
Crash.
My goodness.
We're gonna get to see what happens if Riot gets a last hit. It's gonna be great.
Crash is gonna come in on the other one, not the one that
The one
these
that-
two
the one that
clearly
he
have
stunned.
handled.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys got that.
The one that pushed the two of you out of the way is probably gonna die.
Yeah.
So the other one, yeah.
And he'll go for Aquafang on him.
'Cause he no longer has a
And
bonus
then,
to
yeah,
his constitution.
and I got Nipsey helping out. Oh, I crit.
Oh.
Crash crit.
All right, Crash. Go ahead and roll your damage just because it'll be silly. This guy only has 15 HP left, but we'll see how you do anyway.
Oh.
I
My
might
God.
outrightly just kill this guy right now.
I mean, that kind of has been the way of things lately.
Okay, well.
The Claw Smashers,
Whoa. I dropped a die. We'll have to figure it out. I
Well,
don't know
it's
where it
gone
went.
forever.
I don't know where it went.
You need to borrow one.
No, I got enough.
It's
Just
gone
don't know
for
where
all
that one
time.
went. We'll figure it out.
We'll never find it
Okay,
again.
48 coming in. Boom. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's,
Well, there's 15 already.
that's a lot of damage.
So that's
That's a
8,
lot of
16.
damage.
So 32
24.
plus 24 is 56. Crash, how do you want to do this?
Bye.
Because the other one's gonna die at the start of its turn if you roll higher than a 3.
Vaporize him. Yeah, just lots and lots of water to the point where he like clamps down on him and then kind of just holds him in the water until he drowns.
Okay. Crash, in a violent display of dominance,
than just chopping his head off.
you grab
just
him.
round.
You grab him by the shoulders and force him to the ground as you clamp over his head, almost like you're giving him violent CPR. More and more of that nasty, brackish lake water just pours out of your face.
You can have it. I don't need it.
As he's doing
As
this,
that-
Nipsey's
as
gonna
that
skitter
sneasel
up
just-
onto his head and just glare down at the thing.
Yeah, as you stare down, it's fully submerged in Crash's mouth at the moment, but Nipsey, you're like,
I like this.
Violence.
all right.
We like violence.
Yeah, that one goes down hard.
Bye. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Had to do it.
In the absence of that one,
You came
we
for
go
us
to the top
first.
of the round. Dial up, it's your go. However, it's worth noting, you cannot hit this Claw Smasher without also hitting Riot.
Yeah.
As
so-
Riot is just completely encompassing this thing, and the two of them share damage at the moment.
Dial-Up's just gonna kind of like fly around and like figure out the situation and lock onto it, but that's about it.
Okay. On the Claw Smasher's turn, it, not knowing the nature of Riot's violent condition, is going to attempt to break the grapple. He has disadvantage, and if he fails, he takes 1d6 damage.
You're wrecked, bro.
That's a 2 and a 4 on the die.
Oh, well, that's...
As he's attempting to
be
break
beaten.
out. Oh, you just roll a d6 damage.
Oh, okay.
He has to,
He just has to beat the static? Or I didn't know
You,
since there's
you
a
needed
grapple.
the contested one to get the grapple, but once he's grappled, he has to do it.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got to break out. It's a very high DC to get out of Riot because he's afflicted with the virus.
5.
All right, Riot, you just kind of been biding your time, waiting for him to exhale his last breath. And as he pushes against you, you feel him exert himself, you just let it happen. He kind of climbs out, and more of you just continues to coil. And as he lets out one last desperate, just reaches towards Winter, you just crush ever tighter.
Bang.
CJ and Bentley. The two of you find it hard to look away from the spectacle as Riot just begins unhinging his jaw and encompassing the creature. As he just walks his jaw over the course of about 15 minutes over this creature, slowly forcing it into his gullet as down it goes. As Sneasel B heads over to his buddy, kind of flips him over, and just starts kind of applying pressure to the shoulder wound. Pendleton walks over and is like, I can help with that, my friend. Snaps off some sticks and begins wrapping a splint.
Oof.
As Riot just slowly consumes his prey.
Cool.
As you're all like,
So,
Guess that's what that looks like. I always imagined it, but was never around to see it.
yeah, you've seen like lumps being dissolved, but you've never seen Riot physically eat something.
Okay.
It's very unsettling.
Don't know that I needed to.
Yeah.
Oh.
If you were to read his surface thoughts right now, he's perfectly content.
He's so happy.
He is no longer hungry,
He's so happy.
as he is actively consuming. You get a second layer of surface thoughts from the virus. It feels the same way. It's quite happy, it's content.
Let's go. Just gotta keep the virus happy. That's all that really matters.
Jesus.
Riot,
So scary.
your constitution bonus will remain until such a time as either you are healed at a Pokemon Center or you are placed into a PC.
Sick. That's sick.
So basically, until Riot externally is healed of hit points, you keep that constitution bonus.
That's sick.
You can store 2 more bonuses
I love it.
before you're full up.
I love it.
So,
Sick. Right,
assuming
crazy.
Winter was the most injured
Oh, yeah, he
of our
got fucked
squad,
up.
so Bentley's gonna go over.
Winter, you notice, has like this massive like grapefruit blister forming on the side of his head where that hammer hit.
Fair.
Okay, I'm gonna.
The other side, he's got like cauliflower ear. As he just looks towards you guys and he's like,
Good work, dude. You
I'm
killed
gonna,
it.
I'm gonna take like a snowball,
Literally.
and wrap it in some gauze and try and like wrap his head wound.
okay.
Get some of the swelling down.
He thinks
I guess.
about resisting and he's like, screw it, this hurts.
Should I
as-
do a
as,
medicine
uh,
check, or can I just do that?
I'll say because you're not under time pressure, you're able to just kind of apply.
But I could
Some
roll and do
bandages.
well, or do terribly.
You can if you'd like to. Otherwise, you can take. You've got about
mean,
a 15-minute
I'm
downtime.
I'm
while
proficient
Riot's
in
consuming.
medicine, so I
Give it a
might as
shot.
well try. Yeah.
Great
terrible.
job.
9. So now I'll take my time.
Yeah, you're able to wrap the wound. Again, there's no like time pressure. You just don't give him like any immediate healing.
Right,
He's just
okay.
kind of. You stabilize him
It was
basically.
worth a shot. Was my
Sure.
thought
Yeah.
process.
As Nipsey skitters over to the creature that Crash just finished waterboarding to death, Nipsey begins plucking a few spores off its back and just placing them on the wounds.
Is the water from Crash getting any better when he's doing this, or is it all just gross
It
water?
is like brackish, dark green, nasty.
What is going on with that?
And he produces an alarming amount of it. Like it's similar to how Mortar was able to produce like so much fire for a couple seconds there. This is more water than Crash has ever made on his own.
Damn.
But yeah, Nipsey just slowly covers the dead in spores as Riot consumes his meal. Sneasel A is finally like brought back to consciousness and propped up as he's like, "Oh!"
Good.
He broke every bone in my body with one kick.
We'll go over to Crash and be like, hey, are you okay?
As he's just wiping like algae and slime from his face, he's like, "Ah!"
Why is your water like that, man?
You can see his tongue's got like nasty like plant seaweed growth on there. He's just he eats some snow to like clean it out and it's left just green puddles of moss behind. He's like,
Do you feel okay?
"Ow."
That's weird, man.
You can see the stone on his back is kind of shifting from that bright vibrant blue that it usually is, and in between it kind of gets like clouded and green and then flashes back to bright blue and then back to cloudy and green.
I don't like that at all. I don't know what's going on with him. I think we might need to stop back by the lake.
Okay, that's fair. Well, while Riot's eating, maybe we can just hang out here and hope that Jax catches up to us, because if he runs into those... I mean, I don't know how Ares is going to be doing, so might be best to group up. That was kind of sketchy. I mean, your Pokemon did great, but it could have been worse.
Yeah.
Those
I mean,
things
I
are no
obviously
joke.
don't like when this happens.
No, I know, but I feel like it's just as much for our protection as his.
Sure, we definitely should rest for a little while.
So as Riot is just consuming a Bentley-sized Sneasel corpse, it's incredibly unsettling. We'll just wait, and I'll try and like listen for Evinrude's buzzing or any sign of Jax coming up behind us. Make sure that.
Yeah, give me a perception check while you're just kind of chilling. CJ,
Okay.
you can weigh in on this too if you'd like.
Meaning
15.
I
You
also
can
roll?
Yeah, you can unless you have something else you'd rather be doing.
15 is the roll.
15's pretty
It's
good.
always the roll.
No, I clearly am very busy.
Okay. Yeah, I have so many pogs to organize.
Just talking with Winter and talking about how great he is.
Yeah.
Probably not want to take one of those bloody feathers because those seem gross.
Yeah, even as he's looking at him, he's like, "I've never seen this in the crown of a Weavile. This is not part of my path."
It's yucky.
Yeah. Bentley,
Yeah.
you don't hear the buzzing of Evinrude, but you do hear the subtle reanimation of a corpse behind you. As the Sneasel that Nipsey planted its spores in idly perks itself to standing, and at Nipsey's conduction moves its way over to that wire trap, stands in front of the log, and kicks the wire. As Nipsey just sits there, eyes wide open, and watches as a tree slams into this Sneasel and crushes it near a nearby tree stand. Whack! As ichor is just sprayed everywhere. Even Riot's like, "Oh! What a waste!" As Nipsey just moves around the field, collecting small bits.
Oh my god! He really is a demon.
You guys have never let Nipsey stay around
Holy
dead
shit,
bodies
dude.
for a long time.
Holy shit!
I've been holding that in for weeks while you guys have been launching him in Twitch. He's been everywhere. Yeah. CJ, as you're talking with Winter, both of you were just kind of like splattered with like blood and little bits of Sneasel. Out of nowhere, just
Jesus. What?
as Nipsey just slowly skitters up to you and is like, "Are you gonna eat that?"
I'll just kind of like shake my head.
It just
Okay. Bye. Go away.
and it just skitters back over to like what little remains of the legs and parts of the head,
Holy shit.
and just begins snacking.
Oh my.
Okay.
You guys have never let Riot and Nipsey just like linger after a fight. This is very important.
I think that this is something that we should never let anybody else see.
Yeah, fair. But that was kind of cool.
I mean, It was terrifyingly cool.
He just like Maestro the thing. He made it walk over into the trap.
Bentley, give me an insight check on
Holy
Nipsey.
shit, that was terrifying.
Natural 1.
I'm
too distraught.
You don't notice anything out of the ordinary with Nipsey in this moment. This is the same lovable gender fluid parasite crab that everybody knows and loves.
Remind me to never die around Nipsey.
Never be unconscious.
As
NBU, baby.
I don't want that.
NBU.
I don't want that.
I just picture it getting like smashed into the tree, and then like the mushroom spores are like now on the tree, so they're gonna get ready to spore and get other things.
Oh god.
Oh, it's gonna be so bad.
Nipsey just set a trap.
Welcome to The Last of Us.
Yeah, they're just the last.
That's the
of
next
us.
campaign.
It's great.
Is you guys grizzled veterans
Pokemon
running
Last of
from
Us? Oh,
Nipsey
God.
Cordyceps?
Holy shit.
But we
fucking-
have Nipsey, and she is the queen.
6 different
puppeteering
Pokemon
the entire
all
world.
stuck together. Freaking Rat King of Pokemon.
Jesus.
Ew.
Gross.
Oh yeah, I'll just sit and ponder.
Yeah.
The amazing
Nipsey is
things that
more
just
than
happened.
happy to take that time.
Yeah, well, as Nipsey eats and as Riot eats, I'll just relax, I guess. Try and bide our time, wait for the rest of our kin to show up. My God.
Yeah, and then we'll just kind of squad. I'll just throw out Ruby and Bang too.
Okay.
Just to be like, yeah,
Yeah.
we have a lot of people.
Bang hits the field and he's
Don't
like-
fuck with us.
We had fight, you did not call!
I'm sorry. I didn't think it was necessary, and clearly it wasn't, but you're here to hang out now, and you can climb some trees and do some monkey
He's
stuff.
like, okay, explain gore!
Yeah, it's better if we
What
don't.
is this? As Ruby hits the field, she's like, so this is what you do.
Hey, hey, so I know
But
it's
We
her
kind
shouldn't
of
let anybody else see
little,
this. Ruby!
Bang, come on out.
Her little tail flame is kind of flickering. She's got a very light reddish orange
Yes,
to her.
that's what I was hoping for.
A little bit of color back. Her eyes aren't bloodshot anymore. They're a lovely, like, bright green.
Ruby, look at you. I wanted to check to see if you're
She just
okay.
kind of flicks her tail. She's like, I'm just not going to look over
Yeah,
there.
don't. It's gross.
As Nipsey's just
Yeah, they're
making eye contact with both of you the whole time, one eye fixed on each. Like, you gonna stop this? This is
No.
my time.
No, you got it. You're clearly not gonna stop it. If we were gonna stop it, we
Yeah.
would have intervened when you reanimated a corpse.
Yeah, as Riot very sluggishly, like, slithers away from Nipsey, as the two of them are like, no,
Yeah.
I don't want this. As Nipsey's like, I don't want what you have. Go away. This is mine.
So Bentley will call back dial up and
Okay.
then send out Rose with her.
As Rose hits Phil. Oh my god!
I'll
What did you
I'll
do?
aim her head away from the
Come
Never-
over to the Ruby
Never show anyone.
conversation.
Come on out, gang!
I meant
But-
people.
Yeah, I'll
Or teams. You're gonna see it at some point.
I kind of want to have Rose try out like Aqua Ring and her Aqua Shields and like water pulses to see if the water stone around her neck and the bandana is doing any special goodness.
Yeah.
Do you want to do a little melee?
I mean, after all this, I kind of feel like we need to stay as healthy as we can.
Oh yeah, we're not gonna hurt each other. Just like sparring, so she can actually like do them instead of just doing them. Also, Bang hasn't done anything in a long time, and he seems antsy.
All right, that's fair, I guess. Just take it easy.
Oh yeah, he's not gonna go hard. I'll go over to him and be like, "Hey, don't fucking freak
A
out.
fighting monkey that knows nothing but
Chill out. We're
Go
having
goes
fun. We're not trying to hurt
900%
each
all
other."
the time.
Why would I freak out? There is gore all over
Yeah,
field.
exactly. It's done. The bad stuff is done. We're just gonna have fun with Rose. She's
I don't know
gonna
when-
power up.
I don't know when he became
Okay, so
Russian,
Ivan
but I'm
Drago in my head.
for it.
How
If
about
he
this?
dies, he dies.
Rose will set up Aqua Ring, and then we'll try and like shield his like swipes and chops and kicks.
I like it.
And just like he can break through the shields, and she'll put up another one.
I like it. They just have like the same stats essentially, so I'm like they're a good matchup.
Swipes and
She
chops
probably
and
will
kicks.
wreck him, but
Swipes and chops
I don't know
and
about
kicks.
that, but
Swipes and chops and swipes and chops and swipes and chops and kicks.
ha!
All right.
so yeah, do you just want to like fire off some attacks, and then
Yeah.
I can try and do
Spar
some
it up,
do
boys.
some
Yeah.
shields.
I'm gonna hold my hands out like this to Bang,
Okay.
and he's gonna step on my foot, and I'm gonna throw him in the air. And he's gonna come down at Rose with a mega kick.
All right.
Ouch.
Rose, as you throw up an aqua shield, Bang is over top of you, blotted out by the sun, as he swings down with a flying knee. No damage, only pain. Just smacks into your forehead. You're like, ow. Oh.
So that'll shut down Aqua Ring, so she'll have to get that up again.
Okay. Yeah, Bang, as you just kind of like kick off Rose, land on a nearby tree, and flying punch down.
Yeah.
Give me another roll.
Yeah. Karate chop, but 18.
Yep.
All right. Flying punch coming in, Rose.
Oh no.
Still no.
All right. As you're like, all right, a friendly spar. Whoosh.
Water
Ow!
Oh, God. Bang, as you just kind of like
Set up Aqua Ring
handspring
again.
off, land on another tree, you kind of hang from a branch by your tail, swing back and forth, and leap out towards her.
Swipies.
Claws out.
Oh, 1d4 slashing attacks.
This is now the only music we're listening to when Bang's out.
4 slashing attacks coming in.
All right, Rose.
Two of them are bad, 2 of them are good. So
I'll
it's
roll
a
this
dirty 20
4
and a
times.
15. 2 misses.
No on the shield again.
Oh, no.
Oh, natural 1 on the shield.
Oh.
There's 1. And a natural 1 again.
All right.
2
Oh,
natural
wow.
1s, a fail, and a success.
Wow.
That's so bad.
Rose, as a violently angry monkey, spins through the air. You're trying to figure out where to put the shield. And as you kind of hold it out to 2 different sides, Bang just goes...
He's hit 3 times before the shield even goes up.
As you're just like, ow, ow, ow. Bang, you kind of like handspring off again, and you're like... kind of feel bad.
Hey, are we still going? What are we doing?
Rose is gonna get frustrated and go for a water pulse.
Yes,
That's
do
what I'm
it.
talking
After
about.
getting smacked a bunch of times.
Yeah, baby.
That's a 14.
Yep, that'll hit.
All right, give me your damage.
That was a 6. I was like, oh no. Hey, this
and
is
an
not
extra 1d6 from the water stone.
Ooh.
nice.
That's pretty good.
9 damage.
All right, Bang. Again, no damage, only pain.
Yeah.
As you're kind of like,
Yeah, we're spot.
you're like, are we still doing this? And Rose just goes,
stop hitting me.
Yes, we are.
as a torrent slams into you. Bang, you're now like dripping cold and wet. It's beginning to like frost over your fur, and you're like, oh.
Not cool.
He gets that weird like serrated plus sign on his head to show anime cartoon anger.
The trainers have lost control of the situation.
As Nipsey's just like, dibs on whoever dies first. And Riot goes, I just want the seal.
Bang will go in for a Chuck Norris roundhouse. Mega kick. It's gonna hit.
All right.
There's a successful shield.
All right.
Hey.
Bang, as you bring your foot down, you're like, ah! You're no longer sparring for fun. As Rose just holds up a flipper, doesn't even look, and catches you
Nice.
and flings you backwards.
Flings him up in the air and goes for another water pulse.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, baby.
That'll do it.
That's 24. Oh baby, 11 plus 15 fake damage.
Wow.
All right.
That was a nice
Bang,
one.
as Rose flings you into the air, you turn it into a lovely dive, and you prepare to like swing back down with your momentum. More water launches you up. You now go above the tree line. Bang, give me a perception check from the sky.
Woo! Monkey! Oh no, he's not seeing anything.
All right. As you're up in the sky, all you see is rage. As you turn back down and you see Rose like 40 feet below you, you just come into a flying dive kick.
I love it.
Give me an attack.
Here it comes. That's a 15.
A successful shield.
All right. Bang, as you come crashing down, the two of you are watching. You're like, should we intervene?
Should we stop?
As Bang is just slams into Rose's fin again. She catches him in the X. and just flings him back as he lands across the field. They're both breathing heavy.
Rose does the Morpheus with a flipper.
All right, Bang, this is far from over.
So does the shield completely cancel anything?
No.
Because we're not doing
No,
damage.
I was just curious. I was just curious.
If I succeed, I can keep
can reduce
Aqua Ring
it, yeah.
active and block. If I fail, then Aqua Ring goes down, but I can block it or keep Aqua Ring up and not block.
Yeah.
So is a block like half damage then or something?
I can
it's an
reduce
amount,
it
yeah.
by an amount,
Cool.
yeah.
Yeah, it's as complicated word-wise as Riot's ability is.
Makes sense.
I'm
I
gonna
was
go
trying to
for
read
an
it, and I was like,
Aurora
that's too
Beam this
much.
time, see
Oh.
if that is impacted by the Water Stone as well.
Okay.
Probably not. That's an 11.
Yeah, rather fittingly, it's not. The Ice Beam, or the Aurora Beam rather, is stronger, just given the weather
The
around
surroundings.
you. But the stone does not seem to affect it in any way.
Gotcha.
All right, Bang, as you see this mesmerizing rainbow flurry headed towards you, you're like, you just taunted me and now you're making light shows? Am I a joke to you? Am I a joke?
I'm no joke. I'm to
I'm
be
not
reckoned
joke.
with.
I'm big deal. As you kick off over top, you handspring off the Aurora Beam and fling off the light patterns. And as you fly overhead, you're right above Rose.
Coming in for hammer kick. Straight down. One of those Street Fighter style ones.
Another critical fail on the shield.
Uh-oh.
This one's gonna sting.
And that's that right there. If
gonna
I chose a different
sting.
move, would have been a crit, but it didn't. That went
Bang,
mega
as you're bringing your heel down at like lightning speeds, you just see Rose's like humble face, the tongue drooping out with angry eyebrows as you just smack. The shield comes up and you go, no, and you slam right through it, hit her right in the forehead. Rose, what are you doing?
She's gonna fire up the Aqua Shield again and kind of like get it swifting around like a water bender, and then try and just like fling it out with her flipper
Okay.
with a water pulse. Nope. Too much flourish.
All right. As the water pulse just jettisons off, nearby you see a tree just kind of and just kind of splinter off the top as Bang's like,
Again, we've lost control of the situation.
Bang just sees that and is
Some
like,
friendly sparring though, like
oh,
that
it's
hurt.
on. It just breaks off into a sprint towards Rose.
Freaking gonna jump at her for like a karate chop situation. Going in. Oh no, that might not do it. 9, 13. Oh no. Or no, it's 14. It's 14 because that's 5. 9 plus 5 is 14.
Then you
So I
exactly
hit.
hit, and the
Okay.
shield didn't work.
All right. As you throw the shield up, Bang once more, coming in for a karate chop, slides under your shield and just hits you in the soft underbelly. You can tell he's holding back. He's like, could have hit you there. Just smacks you. Rose, you're just getting frustrated at this point. He's playing with you. He's
Yeah.
toying with you.
Oh, she's gonna go for another water pulse.
What color is Bang right now?
There it is. 21.
Right now, he's his normal color, but you're noticing a little bit of a kind of like a red, violet
get a little
style
red?
aura around him.
Okay.
He looks like furious. He's fighting with like primal rage right now.
Okay. Ooh.
That would have been 14
All right,
fake
Rose,
damage.
as you
When
spin
she's
around,
hitting, she's doing beefy hits.
yeah, you spin around and you catch Bang's incoming foot with your tail, and you fling him into the air and blast him with water once more above the tree line. Bang, give me another perception check while you're up
So
there.
how does, because if I roll doubles, then the target is confused, but how does that work now with a third die? Would it just be on the original 2
Yeah,
rolls?
be on the original
Okay.
too.
It's a 10.
A 10. Bang, as you're flying up in the air, for one brief moment of clarity, you look off to the northeast and you see like this brownish green blur. And as you're kind of staring at it, you look back down and you're like, you! As you come flying back in for a Superman punch.
I love that. Get her. Oh no, that one's not gonna hit. That's a 6.
Swift
Right.
dodge.
You took your eyes off the
Morpheus flipper.
It's an 11.
prey. You took your eyes off the prey.
Aurora beam.
As Rose is like, get back down here.
Oh!
22.
All right.
Oh!
Bang,
7 fake damage.
bang, as you're dripping wet in the snow, furious, and you see Rose be like, come get it, monkey man. She begins shooting off another cold aurora beam, and as you go to just charge through it angrily, you start to freeze and slow down, and you're like... And right as you're leaping forward for your attack, there's a crash through the upper canopy of this large brown and green mass. As it slams into the earth between the two of them, they're both thrown back. Bang lands in your arms, CJ. Rose is slid back at your feet, Bentley. As Nipsey and Riot both sit up really quick, Riot just lets out a belch and a leg flops out. He's like... As Nipsey just shrieks and a bunch of spores kind of emanate from around it. Before you see a number of figures, all of which are familiar. Atropius, a massive red stone that tumbles into the snow next to you. Burned and singed vines wrapped all around it. A massive scorch mark across the side. You see Dee, Phoebe, and Milo all just tossed from the impact as they're just as they land into the snow next to you. You hear the horrible screaming of metal and gears as a number of trees in the distance begin to splinter and crack, and we'll pick it up here next week. After a harrowing encounter with the Claw Smashers, our heroes find themselves back together and back in danger. If you enjoyed this leg of the Tater Tots journey, leave a like on the video and show them your support. If you'd like to keep up with the Tots in the future, why not subscribe to the channel? If you'd like to help us out in other ways, you can follow the links in this video's description box to the Patreon. From there you can join the discussion in our Discord servers, check out the post show Still Rolling, and get access to some extra special content before it goes live. There's also a link if you'd like to check out some Boarding Party merch, and let us know in the comments below what you think about the state of the Laris region, and what lies in store now that our heroes are back together again. Thanks for watching Boarding Party. We'll catch you next week.